Imagine working for years and putting so much time and effort so that your content reaches the first page of Google search results, only to find out your traffic's virtually disappeared overnight. Unfortunately, that is the reality for so many people. In fact, right now, close to 70% of Google searches send 0 clicks to websites. So by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to make AI cite and recommend you instead of your competitors. And I'll walk you through building a piece of content from scratch that's optimized for AI search. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Rick Mulready, and for the past 11.5 years, I've run a multi-7-figure online business, helping other online business owners grow and scale their business. Today, I run an online community called the AI Playbook for online business owners, helping them leverage AI in your business so that you can increase efficiency, streamline your business, and increase profitability in your business. I'll link to the AI Playbook community in the description below. So first, let's talk about SEO. The death of traditional SEO isn't coming, it is here. Traditional SEO is dying because the rules have completely changed overnight. SEO is built on the assumption that people click through to websites. So they search in Google, for example, they find your search result, click on it, go to your website. But when AI answers questions directly, all those ranking factors like your keywords and backlinks and meta descriptions become essentially irrelevant. You can have the #1 ranking page and rank for the best keyword, but if AI summarizes it instead of linking to it, you're gonna get nothing, a la a 0-click result. But here's the counterintuitive part. While traffic volume is dropping, traffic quality is skyrocketing. Visitors arriving from AI sources are worth 4.4 times more than traditional organic visitors. Why? Because AI essentially acts as a pre-qualification filter, if you will. Think about it. When someone clicks through from an AI summary, they've already had their basic questions answered. They're arriving at your site with higher intent and a deeper understanding already. So before we dive into tactics so that your content can be cited and referenced in the likes of ChatGPT or Perplexity or Gemini, you need to understand 3 critical terms. Number 1, traditional SEO. It's still the foundation, but no longer enough. And so the goal with traditional SEO is ranking high in search results, obviously, to earn clicks. As I just mentioned, that is becoming less and less important. The second term you've got to understand is GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. This is about being cited as an authoritative source within AI-generated answers. So for example, if somebody searches on ChatGPT, ask a question on ChatGPT, the idea is to get your content or your website referenced and cited as part of the result that ChatGPT gives you. You want your content selected and referenced when AI is responding to people's queries, right? And the third term is AGO, AI Generation Optimization. And this is where the real opportunity lies. Your brand gets mentioned directly in AI responses as part of the solution, often without an explicit link. So for example, when somebody asks ChatGPT about email marketing tools, if you are Kit, you want the AI to say, Kit is excellent for creators because of their visual optimization builder. So the difference between these 3 concepts, SEO aims for clicks, GEO aims for citations, and AGO aims for mentions. So now that you know these concepts, it begs the question, how do AI systems like ChatGPT or Perplexity actually choose sources? Well, here's what most people don't understand. AI systems don't just crawl and rank like Google does. They use RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. They search massive databases, then synthesize that information into responses. And different AI engines have distinct personalities, if you will. So ChatGPT, for example, is an authority seeker, if you will. So it's heavily favoring like major news outlets or business sites. Google AI Overviews, on the other hand, is more of a broad aggregator, pulling in a lot of different types of sites, most often sites like Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, YouTube. And then Perplexity, on the other hand, is more of an expert curator, if you will, emphasizing specialized review platforms and expert content. So understanding these preferences for these tools is going to let you be way more strategic in how you create your content so that you can target these specific platforms if you want to. All right, now for the actionable part. Here is my AGO framework for you for creating content that AI systems trust, understand, and want to cite and reference in their results. Number 1 is you want to hook for actually human readers of the content and then scaffold the content, if you will, for AIs. So here's what I mean by that. You want to start every piece of content with what I call the TLDR box. So in this example here, in this article here, this is the TLDR box. So quick answer, what is GEO and AGO? And then I've got 3 different paragraphs written here about this entire article so that the human reader, if you will, is going to get quick value by just reading this top part while providing AIs with structured, citable facts. And the other quick thing here is there is the authority at the top of the article here. So here's the author and then some credibility here with title or what have you. But this helps the AI platforms because it's giving you additional authority and credibility for why the AI should essentially listen to you, if you will, for your content that you created. Step 2 of our AGO framework is where you want to build what we call atomic answer blocks. So you want to essentially structure everything in sections that can stand alone because AI often cherry picks specific paragraphs from content. So each atomic answer block of content should contain, for example, you can see the great reset, why clicks are no longer the whole story. And then right after that, you want to include a direct answer to that question. So you can see direct answer, how is AI search affecting website traffic? Then it's a good idea to include some concrete takeaways, and even better if you can include some stats in those takeaways. So for example, here you can see my key data points. So I've got some stats in here, and then that section ends with a critical insight. And then step 3 of our framework, we want to build off the atomic answer blocks and add evidence and structure. AI systems love structured data that they can easily extract and present as an answer to when people are searching. So for example, create comparison charts or step-by-step processes or clear before and after scenarios. So again, we've got the question, decoded the new lexicon SEO versus GEO versus AGO, and then again, the direct answer. And then we've got this really nice chart here, definitions of each of these terms, and then another insight at the bottom of that block. By the way, the article that we're going through here is all of my notes and my outline for this video. And then in step 4 of our framework, you want to layer in the authority signals, if you will. So you want to use Google's EEAT foundation, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So one thing you want to do when it comes to EEAT is use language that signals firsthand knowledge, like in our testing or based on my analysis of 1,000 online businesses. You want to include author credentials. So you want to include your credentials in the article. You want to cite reputable sources consistently. That should go without saying. And also you want to keep your information current. Again, this stuff isn't really new. This is standard SEO best practices. Here's another great example of an AGO and GEO-optimized article over on the SEMrush blog. So the article is called, "We Studied the Impact of AI Search on SEO Traffic. Here's what we learned." So here is the TLDR. Here is the authority block. So credibility and authority for the author, Rachel Hanley, has the table of contents right here at the top of the entire article. You can really clearly see the atomic answer blocks, the evidence, the structure. You can see here 5 key findings from our AI search study, AI search visitors to surpass. So that is something that somebody might be searching for example, and then has some content that answers that. It's got a chart here. As you scroll down here, it's got screenshots, more evidence. It's linking out to other expert content here, more charts. So it's really structured really well for AGO and GEO. All right, now let's put this into practice. I'm going to walk you through creating a piece of content from scratch using the framework we've been talking about so that you can see exactly how this can work for you. So let's go with an example topic of how to choose the right email marketing platform. So if I'm somebody on the ConvertKit content team, which I am not, and they are not paying me to talk about this, I do use Kit in my business, this would be perfect for them because it's a high intent topic that AI systems frequently will answer because a lot of people are asking this question. So remember, the first thing we want to do is create our TLDR box. And right away, we want to answer what this article is all about. So how to choose the right email marketing platform, the quick answer. The best email marketing platform depends on your business size and needs. And so it goes through small creators, growing business, enterprise, budget, etc. And then also includes the sources for where these answers come from. So now that we have our TLDR box, now we want to start building out our main content of the article and build in our atomic answer block. So in this example here, as the H2 header, we're going to say, what factors should you consider when choosing an email platform? And then directly answer that question. And then we back it up with some key evidence and stats. So deliverability directly impacts your ROI, a platform, blah, 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 with percentages and so forth, key considerations. And then again, the different sources here based on this information that we're providing. The next part of the content here, we want to add evidence and structure. It's a great idea to add an evidence table, a comparison chart like we're seeing here. So I put together this chart based on a specific number of contexts and then the key strength for each of the platforms. You can see ConvertKit, Klaviyo, HubSpot, for example. Again, AI systems love structured data like this so that they can easily extract and present it when somebody's searching in ChatGPT, for example. And then as we move through creating our content, now we want to start layering in our authority signals. This is that EEAT foundation that we talked about earlier. So in this example here, what factors should you consider when choosing an email platform? So I've written, after analyzing deliverability data from 500 plus campaigns, here's what actually moves the needle. So I'm sharing authoritativeness, my expertise, my experience, and also my knowledge. And then we want to close out the article, and the close needs to do two different things. Number one, it needs to reinforce your expertise and give readers and the AI a clear next action. And we're doing this in this example here by providing a framework for decision making. So you can see here, the email marketing platform landscape will continue evolving, but then it goes through a step-by-step process for doing this. So again, this is going to be effective not only for a reader getting immense value from this piece of content, but also really wrap it up nicely for AI. So the shift to AI search isn't coming, it is here. And by following what you've just learned here in this video, you're going to put yourself, your business, and your content at a massive advantage of being found by people when they're searching in AI. Again, if you're an online business and you're looking to leverage AI in your business so that you can be working less in your business and making more money and more profit in your business, then I want to invite you to join me inside our AI Playbook community. I'll link to the community in the description below. As always, thanks so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.